In the silence of the ancient archive room, a lone lamp cast dim rays across scattered documents. The air was heavy with dust and history. Dr. Eleanor Wright, the head of historical preservation at Cambridge University, leaned over a collection of newly delivered materials, her glasses slipping down her nose, her hands careful, as though every photograph might dissolve into ash at her touch. She whispered to herself. April 1911, the words written in faint pencil on the back of a sepia. Toned print. She placed it gently beneath the scanner, her eyes studying the grand Victorian residence, its ornate railings, twisted shadows across. The image her instinct told her, this house concealed more than stone walls. As she sifted further, picture halted her breath. A delicate child, perhaps 6 years old, dressed in white lace hair, styled with perfect ringlets, clutching an elaborate porcelain doll. Unlike the stiff faces common in old portraits, this child displayed a faint smile, but her gaze drifted past the lens, as though watching someone or something behind the photographer. Eleanor felt unease growing at that precise instant. Marcus Chun, her research assistant, appeared in the doorway, reminding her the night had reached. Late hours, she laughed softly, rubbing her strained eyes, but her gaze returned to the child in the photograph. Amelia Blackwood, the only daughter of Henry and Catherine Blackwood, prominent residents of Salem, Massachusetts. Eleanor, murmured Marcus, leaned close, remarking about the unsettling appearance of the doll, its glassy eyes and stiff fingers. Eleanor explained it was European, handcrafted, expensive, with lifelike features. Her fingers zoomed into the digital image, and what she saw created a cold knot. The doll's eyes contained depth, not mere paint. Light reflected unnaturally within them. Worse, the porcelain fingers appeared to indent the girl's dress, as though exerting pressure. Marcus shrugged, suggesting expensive craftsmanship. Yet Eleanor remained disturbed. When she turned to the notes, tragedy emerged. The Blackwood parents perished in a devastating December blaze. The child, Amelia, survived, clutching the same doll outside the house. No records explained her escape. Eleanor's historian instincts ignited curiosity. She saved the scan, closed her computer, and tried to dismiss the shiver running across her skin. That night, dreams dragged her through the corridors of the mansion, children's laughter echoing from unseen places, shadows twisting into figures, and in the upstairs window, the doll's head rotated separately from the child's body. Painted eyes locking with her own, she awoke drenched in sweat, whispering it was simply imagination. Next dawn, her compulsion drove her back. Before Marcus arrived, the scan reappeared on her screen. Magnified details, sharpened curtains, heavy ironwork, precise garden lines. Yet Amelia's eyes told another tale. Behind the smile, subtle fear twisted her face. Eleanor's whisper filled the quiet room. What frightened you, Amelia? Her gaze moved to the doll again. Digital tools enhanced clarity until lips appeared slightly parted, like mid-speech, and then within the glassy eyes, she swore pupils existed, shifting sideways, not toward Amelia, not toward the lens, but somewhere unseen. Disbelief rolled over her. Whisper, impossible. Victorian-era dolls never achieved such realism. Painted circles never moved. Eleanor examined the doll's hand again. Porcelain fingers seemed to grip fabric too tightly, wrinkles visible, as though alive. The sudden knock of Marcus startled her, bringing coffee, cheerful yet unconcerned. He remarked it must be imported from France or Germany. Exquisite, but not supernatural. Eleanor nodded. Outwardly, though, inwardly she questioned reality. Searching deeper, she unearthed Salem newspaper clippings dated November 1911 describing Amelia's disturbing claims about the doll, speaking at night, servants abandoning the residence. Whispers of European origins of this strange toy. Weeks later, fire consumed the house, leaving Amelia alive, but silent, still clutching porcelain. Body investigators claimed faulty lamp or cigar. Amelia committed later to Lakeside Sanitarium after refusing separation from the doll, speaking only to it. Eleanor's blood ran cold. While scanning articles, one quote screamed louder. Amelia insisting Isabel will hurt them like she hurt others. A chill expanded inside Eleanor. She chased further, Records' lakeside documents chronicled strange disturbances. Rooms in disarray, despite locked doors, nurses begging transfers. One entry even documented lacerations inflicted on a staff member while Amelia sat calmly dull upon her lap. Dr. Harold Bennett recorded unease, writing of seeing the doll's head tilt unassisted, hearing two voices, one childlike, one raspy at night, soon after March 1912. Amelia's death certificate arrived, cause listed as sudden fever, yet the accompanying note revealed final horror: personal belongings returned but porcelain. Doll unaccounted for, vanished untraceable. Eleanor sat motionless, heart pounding. Marcus returned from errands. She told him fragments. He replied rationally, citing hysteria, superstition, confirmation bias, especially common in Salem. Eleanor nodded outwardly, but her mind repeated the impossible: the doll's disappearance. Unexplainable. 2 nights later, a file arrived from Massachusetts Historical Society, including damaged photographs, diaries, burned edges, and letters. One image chilled Eleanor more than any nightmare. Amelia in a library, doll beside her, but another shape lurked on a distant shelf's shadows, concealed yet undeniable. A second doll, nearly identical, subtle differences. Hairstyle, clothing, yet eyes equally lifelike. Reflection after reflection across multiple pictures confirmed 2 dolls existed, not one, always nearby, always observing. Eleanor cross-referenced Catherine Blackwood's travel diary, describing purchase of 2 handmade dolls in a Romanian village, the maker insisting they remain together. Catherine dismissed the superstition, planning to burn one eventually, yet never succeeded. Eleanor's thoughts raced. Catherine noted Amelia whispering at night. Isabel angry because her sister remained locked in trunk. How did Amelia know of the second doll at all? Unease swelled until Eleanor realized her workroom stood silent. Others, long gone shadows, stretching unnaturally across walls. She locked eyes on the new images, every composition deliberate yet chilling. In one reflection, faint silhouette of a woman in black, clutching something pale, concealed within fabric, as though presence itself recorded through time. Next day, exhaustion lined Eleanor's face. Marcus urged breaks. She refused, analyzing each photograph, enhancing hidden corners. Finally, Amelia's fragmented diary appeared, charred entries, yet one line remained whole. Isabel says her sister comes out when everyone sleeps. I saw her last night at the foot of my bed. Isabel says she wants me to let her free. Eleanor whispered in disbelief, heart racing across subsequent hours. Unease built. Email notifications startled her. Midnight arrival from unknown sender, attachment displayed. A modern photograph, crisp resolution, porcelain. Doll identical, yet resting upon a shelf among antiques. Painted eyes, unnatural message line, simply read, found her. Eleanor froze, adrenaline pumping. She checked address. It mirrored Massachusetts Historical Society, yet time sent impossible. Nearly 3 in the morning. She forwarded to Marcus, phoned campus security demanding investigation. None had entered archives since locked hours, but Eleanor recognized background within photograph, not society. All but university's own library collection display cases. She rushed across dim hallways, faculty keycard granting access, and there it sat, lifeless, yet too alive, doll within glass case. Identification card read porcelain, European craft, circa 1900, donated by estate of Dr. Harold Bennett. Eleanor's stomach twisted. Bennett, himself physician of Lakeside, who confessed unease in journals. The doll not destroyed, but preserved, placed within collection, disguised as artifact. But which one was it? Isabel, beloved of Amelia, or the hidden sister doll with stained porcelain hand? Eleanor leaned closer, shadows across case, convincing her discoloration. Matched second doll from enhanced images, horror heavy upon her breath behind. Her voice of guard startled her, flashlight beam, cutting silence. Eleanor muttered excuses, yet inside dread consumed her. Truth stood undeniable. Dr. Bennett had hidden cursed doll within the very institution she worked daily. More questions exploded across her mind, and yet a darker certainty pressed closer. Unseen eyes followed her every motion. The following morning Eleanor returned to the archive, with renewed purpose her eyes. Heavy, yet mind restless. Marcus already waited holding notes, but his expression revealed doubt. Eleanor explained discovery at library, the porcelain figure inside. Display case identical to Blackwood doll. Marcus dismissed as coincidence citing mass production, but Eleanor insisted. Catherine's diary proved both dolls handcrafted unique. She displayed enhanced images pointing to dark stain upon porcelain. Fingers Marcus reluctantly agreed. Further investigation required. Together, they traced university acquisition records, locating entry from 1953 estate donation by Dr. Harold Bennett. Brief description offered only European craftsmanship. Yet concealed truth, Eleanor suspected deliberate disguise to erase. Blackwood connection searching Bennett's personal papers, preserved in university storage. They uncovered journal entries detailing relentless nightmares of child voices and scratching. From locked trunks nightmares repeating over decades, Bennett admitted fear inability to destroy doll, an eventual decision to donate object before death, his final confession written weeks before passing described vision of Romanian woman warning that dolls were sisters, inseparable separation. Cursed his words confirmed truth. Bennett carried burden for 40 years, unable to free himself from haunting evidence pressed like weight upon. Eleanor, she whispered confirmation that doll within. Library was indeed sister figure Catherine had hidden long ago. Mystery deepened. Isabel, beloved doll, vanished after Amelia's death, yet here sister remained in plain sight, disguised among artifacts, while questions consumed her and evening approached. Library staff whispered about strange movements. Doll appearing slightly shifted. Each dawn assistant mentioned glass eyes. Seemed to follow cleaning crew. One claimed porcelain head tilted mid-dusting. All dismissed as ghost tales, yet Eleanor sensed hidden reality deep within. She resolved to examine doll directly, requesting case opened, curator denied. Citing preservation policy, frustration sharpened. Her obsession nights filled with disturbing dreams. Recurring hour, always 3:17 in hung. Visions. Amelia appeared whispering words about sister, trapped inside trunk closet doors, rattling porcelain hands, scraping wood shadows, twisting into figures. Eleanor awoke gasping every night at identical time. Notifications arrived during these nights. Unknown emails. Attachments of recent photographs, each depicting porcelain doll in varied positions. Background. Recognizable. Library shelves. Angles impossible, since case locked. One image displayed figure pressed against glass, painted lips curved faintly. Each subject line vague. Found her waiting again. Thank you. Eleanor forwarded to Marcus. His disbelief eroded gradually, anxiety creeping as evidence multiplied. Final image displayed open case, empty shelf. Note within reading sisters reunited, signed with ornate script. Eleanor's name, mentioned as though foretold by prophecy, shock chilled her deeper than winter air. Campus security confirmed surveillance. Cameras failed exactly 17 minutes. Case unlocked, artifact missing. No forced entry. Eleanor trembled, suspecting curse. A live detective. Morales arrived. Official investigation launched. Evidence collected. Diary fragments. Physical doll sister removed as proof, yet hours later police called to report disappearance from secure evidence room. Object vanished without trace. Only chilling silence remained. Eleanor confided in Marcus. Together pursued genealogical records tracing Blackwood descendants until revelation struck. Amelia's guardian aunt, named Eleanor Simmons. Direct bloodline continued through marriage, producing lineage that led to Eleanor. Right herself, she whispered truth, aloud realization that Amelia's diary prediction, referencing future Eleanor, pointed directly to her own existence. Marcus attempted rational argument, claiming elaborate hoax orchestrated by unknown prankster, yet evidence crushed logic. Diary entry dated December, day before Blackwood fire, contained Amelia's words. Isabel says someone named Eleanor will help us centuries. Later connection complete, determined to unravel curse. Eleanor traveled with Marcus to Salem. Visiting site where mansion once stood, only quiet park remained, yet air, heavy with unseen presence. Phone chimed cryptic email subject, come home address. Revealed nearby Victorian residence approaching hesitant, they knocked before elderly woman opened door, introducing herself as Margaret Bennett, daughter of Dr. Harold Bennett. She invited them inside, explaining father's torment lifelong guardianship. Of Dahl his confessions, real she presented carved wooden box containing Romanian parchment, describing origin legend two sisters in village. Accused of sorcery execution, separating them survivor sought witch, who bound both spirits within porcelain. Bodies crafted as twins inseparable through eternity, purchased unknowingly. By Catherine Blackwood, separation reignited curse, consuming household. Margaret revealed both dolls, recently found placed together again. Within attic, Eleanor felt compulsion. Rise despite fear guided upstairs sunlight, poured through circular window. Two porcelain figures sat facing each other, lifelike hands. Nearly touching, one wore dark attire, stained upon hand, the other adorned with delicate brooch, unmistakably Isabel. Together again, after century apart, peace heavy in air. Margaret whispered curse, broken circle closed. Eleanor watched strangely calm, yet heart trembled. Suddenly slight movement caught corner of vision, Isabel's head turned subtly painted lips. Curving in faint smile, gratitude or triumph. Eleanor said nothing, retreating with Marcus, but unease, never leaving days. Later anonymous envelope arrived upon Eleanor's desk, containing photograph of attic dolls, hands no longer apart, but clasped. Intertwined like living beings, backside inscription, written in ornate script, sisters forever united. Chills traced her spine. She locked photograph away, resolved to record only academic findings, omitting supernatural details, rational documents. For official report, yet within her soul, she knew truth deeper. Amelia's words, prophecy fulfilled. Eleanor, descended by bloodline, destined to reunite. Cursed sisters, haunted porcelain, carried secrets older than fire, asylum or village. Some stories never end, they wait patient for another chapter. As sun fell, Eleanor glanced once more toward locked drawer, whisper echoing across mind. Isabel says we will always be together. The words burned endless cycle within shadows.